Dear students, today I will teach you a new chapter, The Ailing Planet, The Green Movement's Role by Nani Palkhiwala. This article was written by Nani Palkhiwala. It was published in Indian Express on 24 November 1994. In this chapter, the writer raised the issue of declining health of the earth. Now I will go through the paragraphs. I will explain them. I will mark the area where I will teach. In between, I will tell you the vocabulary also. So you must note down the words and phrases wherever you come across them. Beginning with the text, open your textbook and look at the first paragraph. Green movement captured the attention of the people very rapidly, and it was one of the biggest movements in the history of the world. In 1972, the world's first nationwide Green Party was founded in New Zealand, and the movement continued. Gripped means held. Today, a change has come into our attitude. I am talking about the second paragraph. There's a shift, there's a change, and irrevocably means unchangeably, up from mechanistic view to a holistic and ecological view. Earlier, our view was mechanistic. We took the earth as a machine which could be exploited as much as possible. But today our view has changed and it has turned into a holistic and ecological view. Actually, it is a shift in human perception, and it is as revolutionary as the Copernicus movement, in which he changed the theory that Earth is the center of all the planets, and he told that the Earth and the other planets revolve around the sun. So green movement was as big as that revolution, one of the biggest revolution of the 19th century. And people are becoming aware that Earth is a living organism. Today, Earth is considered to be a living being, and we are the part of this Earth. And it has its own metabolic needs. Metabolic means it has the chemical processes in living things that change food, etc. into energy. Like in our body, we need food, water, and other minerals. In the same way, the earth needs proper care. It has also metabolic needs. It also needs preservation, protection, and vital processes which need to be respected and preserved. So we should respect our earth and consider it as a living being of which we are also part. If I talk about the vocabulary, there are so many words. Entire, complete, rapidly, fast, founded, set up, looked back, means slowed down, shifted, changed, irrevocably, unchangeably, mechanistic of the machine, holistic, complete comprehensive view, taking as a whole, ecological, connected with the relation of plants and living creatures to each other and to their environment. View means attitude, perceptions, attitude, revolutionary, that brings a sudden and complete change, that is called revolutionary. Copernicus, who was Copernicus? A Polish scientist, astronomer of 16th century, revolved, moved around. Consciousness means awareness, organism, a living thing, a system. Enormous means huge, large, being, a living being. Metabolic, I have already told you, the chemical process in living things that change food, etc. into energy. Vital, vital means very necessary, significant. Processes, it is actions and reactions. Preserved means maintained. Next paragraph. If we look at the earth, we find that earth looks as if she is ill, it is in declining health, like a patient. And now we have started to realize our moral responsibility to be good stewards, good guards, protector of the planet, and the responsible trustee of the legacy to future generation. Means the earth is a legacy which is passed by our forefathers, and we have to hand over it to the future generations. So we are the trustees only, we are not the owners. We can keep it with us. Now telling the vocabulary. Reveal means sow, declining, falling, going down. Ethical means moral. Obligations, duties. Stewards, stewards means caretakers. Planet, we are talking about earth. And trustees, those who control or look after a trust or organization, trustees. And legacy, what is legacy? Legal heritage that we get from our forefathers. Another paragraph, very important, very significant, the concept of sustainable development. It was popularized in 1987 by the World Commission on Environment and Development. In its report, it defined the idea as development that meets the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their needs, i.e. without stripping the natural world of resources future generation would need. Means while using the resources at present, we have to take care of the future needs also, and we have to preserve the natural resources for future generations also. The sustainable first concept means idea, concept, idea. Sustainable, that supplies or supports. Sustainable, that supplies or supports. Development, progress. Popularized means made popular. Meets, the meaning is satisfies. Compromising means without agreeing to which, against our principles. Stripping, destroying, depriving of something. Stripping resources means the writer gives us an example of a Jew at Lusaka, Zambia, and there's a case where the notice reads the world's most dangerous animal. Actually, inside the case there is no animal but a mirror where you can see yourself, and you find your image there. So we should thank several agencies and in different countries who have made efforts, and now the people are becoming aware that man is the most dangerous animal of the world, and now people are growing wise, and there's a shift in a system based on domination. Earlier we used to control the things, we think that we are the owner of the things, we are the dominators. Now today we are changing towards partnership. Today we have understood that we are the partners, not the owners. Vocabulary: cage, an enclosure for a bird or animal. Cage, prison like. Dawned upon, D-A-W-N-E-D, dawned upon means became clear, came to know. Domination, domination means complete control based on the point, situation from which something is developed. Next paragraph, scientists have made a big list of the species, 1.4 million living species. They are listed, they are catalogued, and man shares this earth with all of them. And according to the scientists, there are so many living species which are still not catalogued. They are uncatalogued, they are not listed, and biologists think there are about 3 to 100 million other species still lying unnamed in ignominious darkness, means they are not known to anybody, they are lying unnoticed. Vocabulary: catalogued means classified. Species, living beings. Estimates, guesswork, calculations. The writer talks about the early international commissions which dealt, among other things, inter alia, among other things, with the question of ecology and environment. It was branded commission in which one of its members, Mr. L.K. Jha, and the first branded report raised the question: are we to leave our successors a scorched planet of advancing deserts, impoverished landscapes, and ailing environment? Means, are we going to give this kind of planet to our future generation, where there is a burnt planet, scorched planet, where there are deserts only, non-fertile lands, barren lands, full of deserts, impoverished landscapes, and ailing environment? Are we going to hand over such kind of things to our future generation? If I talk about vocabulary, inter alia means, among other things, distinguished, well-known, successors, those who will come after us, scorched, burnt, advancing, expanding forward, impoverished, made poor or weak, landscapes, sides of the earth, ailing, sick, and environment, the natural world in which people, animals, and plants live. Next paragraph, Mr. Lester R. Brown, in his book, The Global Economic Prospect, he points out the Earth's principal biological systems. He told that there are 4 principal biological systems of the Earth. These are fisheries, forests, grasslands, and croplands. And they are the foundation of global economic system on which our total economy rests. These systems not only supply us food, these systems provide the raw material for industry, The only thing that we don't get from them are minerals and petroleum derived synthetics. Otherwise all the things are drawn from them. Human beings have exploited these things to such extent that in some areas of the world these have reached to the unsustainable level and their productivity is being impaired. Means where their productivity is stopped because they have reached to the unsustainable level where they cannot survive anymore. We have killed, we have destroyed, we have exploited too much. And when the things reach to the unsustainable level, the result is that fisheries collapse, forests disappear, grasslands are converted into barren wastelands, and croplands deteriorate, they destroy, because they cannot reproduce, they cannot grow further. People are very much protein conscious, protein hungry world, so overfishing is very common every day. So fisheries has is collapsing, it's being destroyed very badly and is reaching to the unsustainable level. In poor country, local forests are being cut in order to procure firewood for cooking. And sometimes firewood has become, in some places, firewood has become so expensive that what goes under the pot now costs more than what goes inside it. Means the food which is being cooked by the fire with the help of the firewood becomes more costly than the food that is kept for cooking. So it is a very thoughtful sentence. What goes under the pot now costs more than what goes inside it. So since the tropical forest is, in the words of Dr. Myers, the powerhouse of evolution, the forests are called the power of evolution by Dr. Meyer. They are the powerhouse of evolution, means for development of the generations. Several species of life face extinction as a result of its destruction, because we are destroying our environment. So many of the species are at the verge of extinction. So here onwards I will teach you in the next video. Hope you have learned something. But before leaving, I would like to tell you the vocabulary of this part also. Global means of the earth, prospects, possibilities. Principle means main, cropland, land where crops are grown. Foundation, base. Provide means give. Virtually means practically. Raw materials, basic goods, resources. Minerals, metals extracted from mines. Derived means produced. Synthetics, chemical compounds. Claims, demands. Unsustainable, which cannot be supported. Productivity, produce. Impaired means harmed. Collapse, ruin. Disappear, clear away. Converted means changed. Barren, deserted. Deteriorate, to fall in quality. Overfishing, fishing more than necessary. Local means of the place, locality. Decimated means destroyed. Procure, get. Expensive, costly. Tropical, of hot and wetlands. Powerhouse, main source of power. Evolution, development, growth over a long time, evolution. Extinction, decimation, and destruction means ruin. Thank you. Have a nice day.